welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I've got a bit of a de-kitting marathon that needs to go on. So I did kit up 2 projects at once, which I have both finished, and they are square. I also have some round drills to go away, and I have some special shape drills to go away. So I think I'm just going to do a video on each, just because I sort of store / do each of them a little bit differently. So I'm going to take the top one out of this just because I kitted it up with the labels facing the opposite way. I mean, I could turn them round, but what's the point? So this is 2 paintings, so I need to be aware that I'm following 2 sequences of numbers. But with my squares, I am doing in fact I'm doing 2 Heaven and Earth design projects that use my spares. So I always kit up de-kit my squares a little bit differently, in the fact that I will check my Heaven and Earth design diamonds as I'm going along. I also do have some diamonds that have been gifted from lovely subscribers, which some of them have gone away, but not all of them. I do also have some pots here of diamonds that I picked up as extras. I only picked up a few pots, but while I've filled up my tubs in my Heaven and Earth designs, I've never quite done anything with those that were left over. So I'm going to put all of these away today. So the first thing I do is I have 4 of these cases that house my Heaven and Earth design diamonds that need to go away. And then of course the colours that aren't in my Heaven and Earth designs, I also have my regular spares storage that they need to go in. So first things first, I tend to check through my Heaven and Earth designs. I tend to do it in little blocks. So this first case has all my diamonds from 151 to 601. And in my spares storage, my first tub is actually up to the 600, so it sort of works out quite well. So anything up to 600, first thing I'll do, so this is 151, that's 300 and 400, so they're in the 600s. I'm just checking my sort of extras, and then I've got 300s and 400s there, and 780. Okay, so these ones are higher up numbers, so they can wait. These are 300s, 400s, and of course my beginning 151. So the first thing I'll do is try and fill up any of the tubs that I've got. Now, I have been gifted some, so the shading is slightly different on these, but I really don't mind with my Heaven and Earth designs. So I'm going to fill up the pot, check that there's nothing left in my little funnel, so that's full. And then the rest of these I will put into my spares box for my spares for my Heaven and Earth designs. With the second Heaven and Earth designs that I'm doing, it's only a small one, so I'm not going to fill up the pots from those. They're quite full and I haven't started it yet. So what I'm going to do is when they run out, I'll go looking for more for them. It gets too complicated otherwise. So let's start from here. 165 is in my Heaven and Earth designs, and I actually only have a few of those, so it's nice to top those up. And then I'll take the label off these. Now this is the fun part, because they never quite come off easily. They leave a little bit of residue, but I can always stick the next one over the top of that. I need to get some like Goo Gone, but I don't think it's very available in the UK, so I just tend to rub over it with my finger until it's gone. I've got no 165 in here, so we'll move on. 169, that I do have in my Heaven and Earth designs, but my pot is full, so that will need to go into my spares. 310, I definitely have that, and that again is full. 315, I have that in my Heaven and Earth designs, and these should fit. So we'll top that one up. And I'm just quickly checking in this one that I've not got exactly the same number. I don't, so I will do this other one separately. And say, I'm just rubbing over it with my fingers, and it does tend to get the rest of the sticky residue off. It's not the most exciting thing, but if you do it as you go along, it's not so bad. Okay, 350, that's also in here. So I'll top that up. And then, say, just wiping over the top with my finger. And I tend to give these a little bit of a shake because they are slightly different shading. I tend to just give them a shake so that I get a variety across the painting. Because the painting I'm doing, I chose knowing that the dye lots would be different. But I've got more detail of that in my playlist anyway. So 413 is not in here. 414 is, but again, it's too full. You can tell I've not done this painting for a while, can't you? 436, I might squeeze those in. Let's give it a go. Yeah, I've squeezed those in, and I've definitely got a few different shades in there. Can we see? I've got like a little line. It's like a little sand art. But as I say, if I've got a few of this particular colour on my Heaven and Earth designs that goes together, so in a little cluster, I'll pick out the same colour. But then if I've got it somewhere else in the design, then I'll pick again a different shade. It tends to work out. So I'm just trying to get the last of that off. Okay, so 413 wasn't in a Heaven and Earth design, so I'll put that up there. 498 is. There's a lot of these that are in the Heaven and Earth designs, but then again, there's 239 colours in it, so I'm not surprised, to be honest. 498, I've not got it in that one. So we'll then get the label sticker off. This is probably the most boring part, and this is probably what extends it so much. Get that all to come off. Come on. There we go. Okay, 518 is not in my Heaven and Earth designs. 581 is not. And then we get up to the 600. So that's that section done. So going over to here, 304, that is in my Heaven and Earth designs. So, and I've got space, so we'll top that one up. Give it a shake. These pots have been used a little bit more. They've been used before and had the adhesive wiped off. So it seems to come off a little bit easier because it's exactly the same glue on both. 307 I do have in my Heaven and Earth designs, but it's too full. 310, again, too full. 413 is not. 453 is not. 470 is not. 550 is. So we'll top up the 550. There's only a few floating about in there. So that is the first sort of case of 4 for my Heaven and Earth designs. And this is why I sort of work in sections, because otherwise you can find that the clusters get a little bit too big and a little bit more uneasy to manage. I've also got these two, so 300 is full, so these are extras, and 400 I think is the same. So yeah, 400 is full, so these are extras. So I'm going to move that case out the way because we've done that one, and I'm going to grab my spares for my Heaven and Earth design. So this is just my Heaven and Earth design extras, and when the pot runs out, this is where I go to fill it up. So 151 I do not have a baggie for, because I was very short of it for a long time. So I need to create a little label sticker. I'm just trying to find my square ones. So I tend to label all my spares this way. So I put 151-S for square. And that means that whenever I finish this colour in my Heaven and Earth designs, it can just get transported into my spares. You know, I can just take it out and put it straight into my spares storage as it is, and I don't have any more messing. And I've still not cut paper for going inside these baggies. I tried to put a piece of paper in, but my craft room is still up in the air, so that's not been done. Okay, what's the next one? 169. So I already have a bag for that. 169-S. So I can just tip these extras in there as well. And get rid of the yucky label. Say, this is not the nicest part of the process. But it does get easier once you have used them. Once you have used the pots already, it gets easier the next time. So it's not so bad. Okay, so that's 169. 307. So here I have 307. Tip those in with the rest. They're actually, they're fairly similar. They're slightly different, but it'll work. And say that label's peeled off really easy, and it's exactly the same glue between the two, so I do think it gets easier as you go on. Okay, 310 will have to wait a minute, and that is because I have so many 310, they're stored differently. 300, so I have some extra 300s here, gifts from lovely subscribers, and they will be ones that I will use because the painting does warrant more than I have in the pot, but it's nice to have some spares. And then I will just cut open all these packets as well. I did used to keep the packets separate, if you saw when I first created my spare storage. I did used to keep them separate, but I just don't anymore. It's just too much. It's too much here with like all this storage on my desk. It's like, but I have less desk space at the moment, so I can't wait for my craft room to be sorted and I can have space to spread out. Okay, so that's the 300s. Does feel better to get a few tidied away though. Okay, so next we've got 400. So again, these are ones, some I have already moved over that were gifted, but the painting I think needs about 10,000 of these, so these will get used for definite. Let me get the last two in. Make sure that I use these and can find them is also a big key. I can find them when I need to top up my 400 pot in my Heaven and Earth designs. So 400s, and then we've got 414, which I do also already have a bag for. Tip those in. Okay, so that is up to 600 apart from the 310s put away for my Heaven and Earth designs. And then I have diamonds that are for my regular spare storage. And because I'm running out of space on my desk, I think I'm just going to do the ones that go in my regular storage at the end. just going to pop that inside its lid so that I've got room to move. Well, the hope is to move. So, where is my bag of 310s? I thought they were there and they're not. So where did I put them? This is the problem with having the craft room all over the place. Is I thought oh, maybe they are actually still in here. Oh, I've just found more diamonds that need to go away. Oh. So I've just found my 310s hidden underneath something else, and I've just found another batch of square diamonds that need to go away. Okay, let's extend. So this is my huge bag of 310s, which makes it quite easy because I just throw them in. This is, the 310s are being used in both of my Heaven and Earth designs, so I will get through a fair few of them. But at the moment, this is how they're stored. So, are these in number order? This isn't me, these are diamonds left over from one of my daughter's paintings. Okay, so they are in number order, which helps. And there is no 310s. Oh, how lucky was she? There's no 310s, so I don't need to put any more in here. So let me get that bag folded up. I have labelled it 310, not that I needed to, because I know exactly what they are. Okay, so I'm going to pull this box back out again, which is the beginning section. And these aren't little pots, so I can't move them about as much, so maybe I'm going to have to go back to my original plan. So 150, no. 304, yes. 304 is in here. And I'm going to use my funnel because this is a strip of 4 and it's one of the middle ones. And I've got visions of them going everywhere. And I've just dropped something, but I think it's got nothing to do with that colour. Okay, 309, no. 349, yes. So 349 is also in this one, and this one is an end one, so that's pretty easy to tip in because you can tip it in at an angle. And I'm going to take the labels off the ones that I've done. I can't even remember what painting it was that this one was from. It's probably been sat there waiting to be emptied since before I trash my craft room. Okay, 367, no. 413, no. 452, no. 470, no. 500, no. 453, no. 543, let me get it right. No. 550, yes. This is where I'm making a right mess. Okay, let's see if these all fit in. I don't want to put too many in because I've got visions. No, they're too full. Okay. So, let me just check what's the next one. 600. Okay, so I'm done with this for a second time. I'm done. Let's see if I have a bag for 550. Yes, I do. So even though I was able to get some of those in the pot, they must have been used since I last did it. I don't tend to use these to top up those unless the pot runs out, and then I go hunting. So, okay, so we've now got 3 different sets of diamonds to deal with. Okay. Oh, and we've got diamonds in here as well. Oh my goodness me. We've got extras in here. So what colour is that one? That's 939. Okay, so that's 413, so that's under 400, under 600, sorry. None of those are. That one is. And none of those are. Okay, So let's move my Heaven and Earth Design spares and let's bring my normal spares. So this is where all the rest of my spares go, and these are the 100s to the 600s. So this will actually include 600 plus. Sorry, I did bring a drink in. I need to make sure that I drink it, otherwise it's going to go stone cold. Okay, so let's try and get rid of some of these others now. So 150. So I've already got a bag for this, 150 in square, and then I have a 150 in round. But of course it's squares we're dealing with. So let's get those tipped in. And then we've not got any extras there yet. Ooh, let's try and put it in the right place. Okay, 309. Oh, it must be at the end of here. Yeah, 309 in square. So we'll get those tipped in. I'm actually going to take those boats out because I think I need the space. Just to make sure that everything stands up. Okay, 367, and I do keep having a quick look to check I've not got them in this selection here as well, but I'm trying to get this bit done so that I can move it out of the way. So 367. I only have bags for round. Now this shows you how I used to store. So I used to put those in, and then any that were in packets I used to put separately. So what I've been doing now, if I've come across one, because I don't want to have to go through all of my spare storage again, all of my spares, is I just put them in together as I go along. So it takes a few extra seconds, but it's only a few each time that I do it. And then I do normally put a piece of paper in as well, but as I say, I can't locate my trimmer. Oh, actually, can I? I have had a slight tidy up. Let me see if I can find my trimmer and make myself some paper inserts, because I feel like every time I speak to you guys I keep telling you how I can't do my paper inserts, and that's not best practice, is it? So I'm going to pause you. If I can find my trimmer, I'm going to make some paper inserts and I'll be back. Okay, so I did find my paper trimmer. I had located it. So I've cut a huge batch of these inserts, and I like these because it stops the bag scrunching up in the bottom. But 367, we actually don't have a bag for squares. So my labels fell on the floor, they're upside down again. So we're going to do 367-S. And then the bag that I actually did have the packet of round diamonds in can now become the one for the squares, because we are working on squares today. So what that allows me to do is flatten it down quite a bit before popping the card in. It just helps it stay upright, which is a lot easier. So then we have 413, and that is actually one that we have all over the place. We have in a few. So 413 in square. So I have some in here. See if I can get them to go into the bag without making a mess. The funnel's not as easy to use on a bag. I thought there was another one. There we go. So we've got that one, which needs to go. We then also have, see look, I've even tidied up my scissors and I need them. We have them in a separate bag. Let's see if we can get all these in. And then we have them in both of the diamond paintings that I thought I was de-kitting, though it extended. There we go. So that is a very, very full bag. I might need to get myself a new bag for that soon, but for now we're good. So that's 413. Still trying to work out if this is the best way to do it, is to do it in bits or whether to just do the heaven and earth design ones first. This is the thing when I end up de-kitting sort of more than one painting. I get a lot of bits everywhere, and in the long run it probably takes less time, but it still takes a while. Okay, so 452 also goes in this one, and I do have a bag for 452. Again, it's another one without paper, so let's get the paper in there. And this shading actually looks quite a bit darker, but it all goes in together, and I've made a mess. Maybe I'm going to have to start tipping them onto trays when they're in the middle and use the tray to tip it into the bag. Otherwise you're going to have another one of those de-kitting breakdown sessions where there are diamonds everywhere. Looks like it's going to be one of those days. So just cut the top off these. Because I've ended up de-kitting 3 paintings now. Okay, and then while I'm here, because I have noticed that I do have 453 as well, so I'm going to pop some paper in. I'm going to end up going through most of this, and I'm going to pop this pot in. I think I've just noticed because it's extremely close. I'm not too fussed if I have to go back to some numbers to get the others put in. This label is not giving up the stick as easy as some of the others. So we'll give it a wipe over with my hand. I think it's just the oils in my hand that just gets rid of the sticky. Just makes it a bit nicer when I'm kitting up the next time. I will have to find something though to get it off easy, is what I need to find. Okay, so I actually have 2 bags of 453 in square, which is really weird. They're both labelled 453, they're both square, and I have 2 of them. So I've potentially mislabelled something another time in the past, or because the shading was very different, I did used to keep the ones that were 2 different shades separate. I don't bother now, so I'm actually going to save that baggie while I'm at it, and then we'll get rid of this one. And these labels, just normal sticky labels, tend to pull off really easy. Okay, so 470 in square. Again, I actually have 2 bags here. Originally, when I first started my spares storage way back in the day, what I used to do was I just used to use bags, and I'd just bag up a painting, ignoring my spares box. I would just pop them all into bags, and then I would add the bags to my spare storage. So sometimes I could end up with 5 or 6 bags for one colour, and it just got ridiculous with the bags and with the space that they took. So now I do it this way. So it's sort of constantly evolved, has this type of storage. Okay, 500. I have both round and square, and again I actually have 2 bags. One square actually has Ever Moment detailed on it, because I did keep their diamonds separate because they're a bit nicer. but I found when I'm doing the likes of my Heaven and Earth Designs project, like, it's not practical to keep the ever moments separate, so I just don't bother. So they can all go together, and the little EM sticker can come off, and then we'll add in the ones from this painting as well. And add those in, and then I've just popped a piece of paper into the bag that holds the rounds. So as I say, now I've actually got some cut, I can do what I was planning on doing, which is putting the paper in as I go along. Okay, 5, 4, 3. Flipping heck, I can't get that number right, can I? Again, I've got 2 bags, but this time one is square and one is round. So all I'm going to do is be popping the paper in to help them to stand up, especially when they don't have many diamonds in. They don't stand up as well, and if you've got a row of diamonds that are quite loose, they can actually shrink down. Okay, this one is in the middle, so I'm going to tip it into a tray and then tip it into the bag, and that will stop me making a mess. And again, 2 different shades, but I'm not bothered. When it comes to if I need the spares, I will pick the shade that's the closest and work that way. Okay, so I need to change the battery in my camera. I'll do that before we finish up with these last bits. And then we finally got to 600. Idiot. Okay, battery changed. Still got stuff everywhere. So that one is done up to 600. So let me throw those over that way some way. Let's get these away. So 470, I've already got a bag, and I actually already have card in this one, or paper should I say. It's just thick paper, it's not printer paper, but it's not quite cardstock either. Just enough that it will stay upright. Okay, then we've got 518. 518, already got that one. I'll get that tipped in. Try and get the label off. I'm not sure if these pots are made of something different as well, the small pots compared to the big pots. I'm not sure if that's why the sticky is easy to get off on one and not the other. Time will tell. Okay, so 518 and then 581. 581, I have got a space for this. I'm actually at the point where I'm removing green boats that were helping to prop up my storage already. I need to get working on my Heaven and Earth designs and finding projects to use spares up. Because I just keep collecting because I keep doing diamond paintings, which I enjoy doing the diamond paintings. I just need to figure out what to do with my spares as well, so that I don't feel as though I'm wasting everything. That's pretty much off. That'll do. Okay, 581. Right, I feel that it is getting too cluttered for me now, and I don't like it when that happens. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put those bags up there. I am going to just work on the Heaven and Earth design colours and getting those away, and then I'm going to work on the spares. I think in the long run that will work out better. So my next Heaven and Earth design tub to check is 603 to 905. So 760, this is one that's in here, but I'm pretty sure I filled it up. Oh no, I've used it again since. So we'll top that up. That doesn't go in here and this one does. So we'll do this in sections. So 760, two different types of shading, but say this is one of the colours that I did need gazillions of. Have we got any 760 in these two while I'm here? We do. So there's one in here. Hopefully that's going to fit. It is. And then do we have any in here? No. Okay. So 760 has been fully topped up. And that can go in there. 3012, that's for later. 780 is here, and I can get some of these in. Fantastic. Let's get some of these in here. That's nearly all the lovely gifted spares done. I've just got some left of one that I purchased. Have we got any 780 in here? Nope. We've got it in here though. And we don't have it in there. Okay, so let's get this topped up. And then we've dealt with the bits. The bits that were hanging about and nearly dealt with. Okay. So let's think, how are we going to do this now? Right, remove those all to the side so I've got some space for those that are not Heaven and Earth designs. Let's start with this because this sort of goes in order. So I've got a couple that are empty. I do need to empty loose diamonds out the bottom of it. Okay, 467 is not, so let's move that up there. 720 is, but I'm not going to fit them in there. 732 is, and I should fit them in. So 732. I've got to use the funnel on this. Why am I using the tray? Okay, do we have 732 in any other? Nope. 733. I don't have that in any other either. So 733. And then 734 I don't have. Where am I going? See, I'm getting disorganised again already. Okay, so 720 does need to go into the spares box. So because I'm working with the ones that are all attached, I am going to pull over the spares and get the 720, which I have here, all popped in. Because then I can section off the other one as not being a Heaven and Earth Designs, and I can get it out of the way. Okay. Take the label off so that I know I'm not looking for that number. Okay, so that's 2 out the way. 958. Okay, so now we've got to numbers. Oh no, we haven't. See? These are modelled up. Okay, let's try that. 783. Nope. 807. Yes. But I'm not going to fit those in either. 823 I'm not going to fit in. And 898 I'm not going to fit in. Okay, so those 3 I need to put into the spares. And then 902 I'll get those in. because I've been using quite a bit of that colour on my Heaven and Earth designs recently. Okay, so they can move out the way. Then I forget she's also got bags here, so I need to check these. This is why I'm disorganised. Okay, 996 too high, too high, too high. See, we've got more 720, we've got more 902. 647. Oh, 647 goes with that. 919's too, okay, they're too high. So we've got more 902, so let's get that thrown in here while I'm here. Have I got any 902 in the other ones? Yes, I've got some in here. Okay, so at the moment I know all three of those need to go in the extras, as does that. Let's have a quick run through of these. So 648, nope, so that can go up there. 677, yes, different shade, but it's going in. And I will just pick what I think looks the best when I'm placing the diamonds, rather than go wondering which one is right and which one isn't. This is turning into a long ramble. Okay, 704, yes. So let's get that one in. It might be in that one as well, but I think I'm just going to work on this one and then I'll work on the other one. Say, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but it stops you feeling as disorganised. And if I have to take the lid off one pot just an extra time, it's not such a big deal. Okay, 758, nope. 794, yes. Get those in and try and get the sticky off. Oh, this is the yucky part. This is what I normally spend about 15-20 minutes doing after I do a de-kitting. It's just getting all the gunk off. Okay, 823, we already know that one's too full. 824, nope. 890, yes. Okay, 890's done, and then 906 actually goes into the next case on my Heaven and Earth designs. So we're going to pause that one and put it further out the way. Just get rid of this sticky label. I suppose that's the awkward sticky label one done first-ish. Yuck. Okay, so let's go back to here. So 606, no. 647, no. 741, yes. So let's hit that one in. And that one peeled off a bit easier, but there still seems to be a little bit of residue from the last one I had. 747, nope. 783, nope. 807, yes. Let's see if we can get this one to fit in. Borderline, oh, we'll have that. Apart from, it's got some static going on. So let me get this pot away and then I'll tidy up the mess. This pot ended up with more sticky residue than the last one. So this is because they got stuck in the bottom of the pot due to static. So it just meant that when I tapped the bottom of the pot, they just went everywhere. And see, there's still a little bit of static going on because they are trying to jump. But they will fit. Come on. Okay. 807, 809, no. 823, yes. And while this pot is full, I do think these few will fit in because there's not many left in that one at all. So we'll add those in just because why not? Okay, 898. Again, there's too many in that pot, but there's less in this pot. So I'm going to tip them straight in. And that is up to 905 done. So this case can go away. 2 cases down out of 4. Okay, so what have we got here? Let's start with 783. So I actually don't have a bag for 783. So where did I put my labels? Here. So 783-S. And I'm going to get a baggie. And I've moved the paper over to the side. And then I'll tip that one in. And this is where I have a spares box starts filling up, so I need to make sure that I get some more done. Okay, 807, so I do already have a bag for this. So I'm going to tip these into the tray because I don't want to make a mess. And do you know why I've just realised why I didn't have a bag for that 783? Because that actually wasn't in the Heaven and Earth designs. What? So that was a waste of time because I'll probably find I have a baggie. But this is where being a bit disorganised doesn't help. Okay, 823. I know I have bags for those because I have loads of them that are spare. It's another quite popular colour in diamond paintings anyway. So we'll get those in and we'll add these. Eight, 2, 3. And then we've got labels to get rid of. And I've got my 720s as well. I need to remember I've got those. Trying to get the sticky off. This, I don't know whether my hands are just, I'm getting it's very warm today and I'm under 2 big lights for filming. So I don't know if that's not helping. So it's a little bit sticky, but it'll do. Okay, 898. I have a few spare bags of these. They just all look rather full. So I think that's the least full. So we'll go with that one to fit these extras in. Because if the longer I can get away with starting an extra bag, the better. Because it would be much better practice to get them on the diamond painting. Okay, and then we've got some more 720 because I forgot to check the bags. Okay. 720. So at the moment in here I just have them blocked into 700s, 800s, etc. rather than having them individually numbered. So I just try and make sure that they're pretty much in number order. Okay, so that's that one done. So now my next storage case is 906 to 3712. So that does include this number. So at least we've got one section of the extras done. So 3012. I actually, I may fit the rest of these into here. It was a colour that I didn't have any of. So I did a mammoth filling the gaps. But the rest of those fit in there, which is good. Do I have any in here? None in that one. None in that one. And none in that one. Which is probably why I had to order some. Okay, so I'm going to go back to starting with the small tubs, but I'm actually going to check the baggies. So that's too high. 996. So I do have 996 in this, but I have, it's full, so that will go into the extras. 37, no, that's too high. 939, that one will need to go in the spares because I've recently filled that one up. 919, that's here. So let's see, let's get these in here. So that baggie's gone in, and then let me find the tub as well. I don't know if this is going to fit actually. No, the tub's going to be too much. It's going to fill it far too much. And then 3721, okay, they're too high. So that's the plastic baggies out of the way until we get the last tub. So 919 we know we need to put in spares. 939 we do as well. And then 943, this will fit. So tip those in. Do we have any 943 in the other two? Nope. Okay, so these all need going into my Heaven and Earth Design spares. And then 958, that will fit in. 959 needs to go into the Heaven and Earth Design spares because that pot's full. 964. So that one can go in. And then 996 again is too full. So at the moment we've not got any to go into regular spares, which is good. Makes things a lot easier when they're in a group of 4. But as I say, it's only for me, and the way that I split these, does that work better. Okay, so I'm just going to get all these loose diamonds out of here so that I have a home for all of the blank, all of the empty ones. And my daughters use one for trash, so I'm going to get rid of, empty those out. That one's empty. That one's empty, but it does have label stickers. I'm just going to leave those for the next time that she uses them. Okay, and then these are out of sync in order. So here we go. 3328 is here. So let's see. These may or may not fit in. That is very borderline. That is a very full tub. But if I can get the lid on, I can get the lid on. I'm taking it. Okay, 3687 is not in my Heaven and Earth Designs. And then it goes to too high. So that's that one done. So 915, yes. those in. So there's actually quite a lot of colours that are going into this Heaven and Earth Designs at the moment, compared to the ones that are left over. Okay, 921, yes. Let's get those in. That one again has either left quite a bit of residue, or there was quite a bit of residue left over last time. I'm not sure which it is. Let's get that cleaned off. And my memory card's about to save, because it saves at a certain point, so I'm going to beat it to it. I'll be back in a mo. Okay, let's get this finished. So what have we got next? 934, 2 full. 939, definitely 2 full. 954, not in this one. 3363, not in Heaven and Earth. 3371, that one is. And I've used, I know I have this in my spares, but I've also used it quite a bit, so they can go in. Get the label off this one. This one's also got sticky residue from the last time I did it. I must have got bored of cleaning them by that point. That, or it didn't want to come off. I will have to do an Amazon search, I think. Okay, 3705. I can top up that one. That one came off quite easy. Bonus! Okay, and then we get too high for this box. So, little ones again, 906. Oh, right, top of the shop. I was looking far too far on. So that one's done. Another one down. I've not even got to put in the spares in my spares box yet, but a lot of them are going into the Heaven and Earth Design, so it's not too bad. 918, that can also go in here. That's another one down. And you may notice I have one without a label. My Pattern Keeper app for my Heaven and Earth Designs tells me when I have placed all the in fact I've got two, when I've placed all the diamonds of a particular colour. So what I do when that happens is sort of like a little accomplishment, is I move all of them to my spares box, so they are no longer part of my Heaven and Earth Design. So I've actually got, I think it's about 5 or 6 colours that I'm completely done with, so I've moved them out the way. Okay, 938, that's here. I should be able to fit some more in here. Again, this is a colour I'm using quite a bit at the moment on my Heaven and Earth Designs, so I tend to be using these up, though I know I have them in my spares as well. Then we've got 3031. That one's not in here. And then we get to 3750, which is too high. And they're sort of clean. Okay, so that is that one done. So let's do the last one before I bring over the spares box, because I think all of those, in fact I've not taken that off, but all of these go into the spares. So let's see if we can get some down this way. Okay, so 3750, 2 full. 3811 is not in this. Was 3031 not in it? It mustn't have been because it's up there. 3820. I might fit them in. It's rather full, but there's not a lot of these diamonds. That's probably pushing it a bit. But I'm all for getting pots empty at the moment. because I want this job done. And when I have multiple kits to de-kit, they always end up being a long video. 3863, again, borderline. I might get to fit them in. Again, I'm pushing it, but that's definitely full now. Watch me have it in one of the other colours, but hey ho. We'll go from there. Okay, 3866 is not in this one. And then I do have a couple of colours that are actually left over from this painting. So while they're on here, I'll check. So 3046, yes, but too full. And 3865, yes, but too full. Okay, 3750, I think I said that was too full. 3768, I should be able to fit these in. I've got stickers all over my hands. So 3768, oh, at least I've got most of the awkward stickers out of the way. 3801, and I've got another few pots in here as well that are empty, and that's because I've used the colours, which is a nice bit of progress. Oh. Get that to come off. Ish. And I've got stickers stuck to me again. Okay, 3803, nope. 04 and 05 are all no's. 3819. So that one can fit in. And then 3829 is a no. Okay, so that is all the diamonds sorted out from these pots to either go in my Heaven and Earth design spares or my normal spares. So let's check the last of this box. So that one's already gone. Okay, 3687. Okay, that mustn't be in because 3721 is, 3765 is, but I can tip that into here. Is there any more of those here? 3765, yes there is. This is where it starts getting confusing now because I've got one that needs to go in the Heaven and Earth designs but one that doesn't. And I might do what I did last time and label one up wrongly. So I need to make sure that I keep that separate and pay attention. Okay, so 3765, put them on top of there. So you guys can remind me and shout at me when I go to put them away. Okay, 3766. That is one that is in here, but it's too full, and I have all these spares. And in fact, I have another tub of 3721 as well. See if I can get that in there. You get between 1,000 and 2,000 in this, which is pretty good. Okay, 3808, yes. So 3808, because it's one in the middle, I'm going to tip it into a tray first. Though I could have used a funnel again. It's because it's warm. Okay, I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting ones that are mixing up. So I'm going to put a star on that label because it's going to go in the bin anyway. So I'm going to put a star on that label, which means it needs to go into the Heaven and Earth designs. But 3687, I'm pretty sure, doesn't. just going to double check. 3687. No, it doesn't. So I'm going to put a star on that one. 3766 needs to go into Heaven and Earth Designs. 3812 doesn't. And 3819 can go into the pot. So that should make it a little bit easier for me when it comes to putting them away. 3820 is too full, so that needs to go in. 3828 doesn't, and 3847 is here. Remember to use the funnel, and we'll add those ones in. Okay, so hopefully that will stop me getting all kerfuddled. Probably won't, but we can hope. Okay, and I need to get the excess bits out of here. What I am wondering though is where the extra tray things are that went in there. I don't know, I'll have to ask my daughter. Okay, so that is the last, you'll be glad to know, we're getting to the end. So that is the last pouch or tray that I use for the Heaven and Earth Designs, but I do have a lot that are excess spares now. So my Heaven and Earth Design box is here, so let's get these away. So if I start with these small tubs, but then put away, you know, have a look at the pots for any extras. Let's see if we can do it that way. So 919. 919 I don't have a bag for. So 919-S. I've got a baggie. I've got a piece of paper. This better have been, I'm going to try the funnel just because it was open. I'm hoping this is definitely one that was in my Heaven and Earth Designs. If not, I guess I'll find out when I de-kit the flipping thing. When I finally finished it, I'll find this extra random bag of diamonds and I'll deal with it then, because I'm over it. Okay, 939s, I definitely know I have spares of those. In fact, I have a few bags of 939s. So, tip those in. I've got 939s in a few different places. So, that's one that can go back in the tub. Then I've got some here. So they can go in. Very nearly got all that sticker off. And then we have 939s here. And I'm actually feeling like this de-kitting process is taking longer than it took me to kit up to. But I need to get all my de-kitting done so that I can kit some more up. Okay, so 939 done. Next up, 959. 959 I already have a baggie for. I don't have any spares and I don't have any other pots. So we are just dealing with the one. So let's get those in. Just try and get it to lie as flat as possible before I squeeze the air out. And then 996. I actually happen to have a baggie of spares and then I have a baggie with just 996 on it, so I'm going to tip those in. Got a little bit of static going on in this bag. So the last few don't want to come out. Any more for any more? There's one more. Okay. And then those. And then I can clear off the stickers from these. And then I have one of my cases back. So I've got one case that is now completely done. All rogue diamonds from the bottom have gone. And it's even got some stickers on ready for the next one. And then I've got some baggies as well. So I'm gonna, this is where I have to keep switching hands so that I'm holding them in the right hand to tip them in, otherwise I'm just going to make a mess. So are any of you guys de-kitting while also watching this video? Is yours taking as long as mine, or have you done, were you done hours ago? Kind of feels like this is taking hours. Okay, next. 3766, so this is one that needs to go in here because I got smart and actually started labelling which ones needed to. So 3766, they need to go in, but the other one doesn't, so I need to move that over to not have to go in my regular spares. And then I have more baggies. At least once this is done, the bags are out the way as well. Well, for the Heaven and Earth designs they are anyway. I've got rubbish all over the place around me. But hey, that's what off camera is for. Or at least I try to. You can see a bit of it up in the top corner. But we'll clear all that up later before I start the next video, which will be the rounds. Okay, 3766. Again, I'm just trying to make sure that they go in the right place, because then I can find the bags when it comes to it the next time. Okay, 3721. Oh, now this is one that I've got, but the bag is extremely full. Let's see if I can squeeze these ones in. Let's do the funnel, because I'm not in the mood for creating more bags if I can help it. It's very borderline though. There we go. I've got it. Okay, and then this one is spares. Okay, 3820. So quite a lot of these now I am already getting extras for the pot that's full, which helps. So 3820, and then that's that lot done. So now we've just got these. Okay, so 934. 934 I actually don't have a bag for. So 934-S. So that probably means that I've never had enough, you know, I've only just filled the pot rather than, you know, having topped it up and then used a load. Looks like I've only just filled the pot for that one. And the ink takes a little bit to dry on these stickers, so I try not to mess with it and let it just dry in the pot. Dry in here, dry in my spares. It can just sit there and dry. Okay, 3750. So 3750 I do have bags for. So we'll tip in all the spares for that. This is the only benefit of doing, you know, more than one de-kitting at once, is that when you've got the same colour, it's saving you reopening, but sometimes it can just get a little bit too disorganised. But now there is 2 of us diamond painting in the house, I'm sure there will be many more times where there is more than one de-kitting to do, because I tend to keep a mental note of the ones that I've done and need to de-kit, but then I tend to end up with my daughters to do at the same time. Okay, so 3, 8, 4, 6 I don't have a bag for, but 3, 8, 6, 5 I do. So let's get those in. And let's get, label off that one. These smaller pots are the worst, and they do feel like they're made out of a different type of plastic. So maybe it's just the stickers just don't like that type of plastic. Okay, so 3865 is done, and let's create a label for 3846. 3846-S. Get a baggie. I do reuse my baggies anytime I can, whenever I end up emptying one. Partly as well because I'm hoping not to have to buy any more, because I'm on my last sort of pack of 100. I have given a few away, and of course every now and then some do get too worn out, but at the moment when I'm de-kitting and actually using my spare diamonds, I tend to find I get bags back, so it's evening itself out. Okay, so 3846, and that is the Heaven and Earth Designs away. This box is getting quite full, but that is all of those done. So I'm going to get this popped away. Oh, and I've just gone to wipe some off my desk and flown that all over the place. Okay, so now it's just a matter of sorting out these that are to go in my spares box. So I'm going to try and sort of group them. So I've got 600s are there. Try and move them over a bit. So 700s, and that one that I ended up potting up that I didn't need to, that's a 600. That's a 700. Then we've got 800s. That's 3.6, that's 3.8, so they definitely go further up. 3.8, 900, 3.8s, a 600, a 700, a 3.8, an 800, a 3.8, a 3.3, a 3.8 and a 3.0. Okay, so I've sort of grouped them up now so that I can still do them in number order. Saves me hunting for the numbers as much. So 600s, we've got 647 a couple of times. So this is my spares box I had before. This is my 100s to my 600s, and I'm going to move that storage case out the way so that I can get a bit of a more decent angle. So 606. So 606, I have both square and round. Neither of them currently have paper, so I'm going to add that and just do them both at the same time so that this number is classed as being done and up to date, and then we can tip the 606 in. Give it a tap, come on. Couple that are stuck on the side, and then get it to lay as flat as I can so that they'll stand up in the storage and not be a pain. That's one down. Then we've got 647. 647, I have already got paper in both, So we'll just get these all tipped in and together. Much nicer when they play the right game. 6, 4, 7, and then one more, and it's a corner one. So my memory card saved on me because I didn't realise we'd taken that long. Okay, so that's 6, 4, 7, 6, 4, 8. Again, that's one that I've already got the pieces of paper in, so it's obviously working, doing it bit by bit. I just do know that I've had a few dekittings recently where it wasn't done. And I sort of feel as though I needed to give myself a slap to actually get some cut. Oh, this is one of the awkward labels. Okay, so that is all the 600s done, which means my first storage box of spares has been dealt with. So we'll get that one away. And then I'll get the next one. So the next one is the 700s, 800s and 900s. So we've got the 700s here. So first one, 734. And we've got 734 and it is squares. When there's only one bag in there, I always wonder whether it's going to be squares or rounds that I already have. But in this case it's squares. So that's another pot empty. Ooh, hitting my lights. Okay, 734. Okay, then we've got 747. And I actually have a bag for each of these. I'm just going to remove some more green trays. I feel like I can't leave it tilting so that it will save my space, saves me looking for the number again. So 734 in square. Another one being awkward. See if I can just get most of it off. And then while I'm here, even though my hands are sticky, I will pop in a piece of paper in the rounds as well. And that's a job I don't have to do next time. Okay, 758. 758, I have both and they have already got the paper in. So add these ones to it. And slot that one back in. And then the one that I decided to create another bag for that I didn't need. So let's see if I already have a bag. And if it was a pointless exercise. Just get the glue off that one. Oh, luckily I've only got about 4 of those small pots left. Thank goodness. Okay, 783. Okay, so it is one that I did have a bag for, but it is quite full. So I am going to top up this one, but I'm not going to worry about the fact that I've labelled up a second one. I'm just going to keep them both in there because, say, this is quite full, so it looks as though I'm likely to need it soon anyway. So there's no point in squeezing them together. Okay, 800s, so 809. 809, I already have a baggie. It's always handy when I already have a baggie. And it's a winner when the label peels off nice. So we've got 809 and then 824. Already got paper in these as well. If anybody is wondering, I can't remember if I said, but the paper inserts that I cut them at 1.5 inches by 2.5 inches to fit in the bags. But there will be a link to my spare storage, will be linked in the description below, and I'll also link the Heaven and Earth design playlist. So if you want to know what I'm doing with my Heaven and Earth designs, with the spares that I've faffed about with, you can find that out in there. Okay, so 900s, we've got 954. Oh, and I actually don't have any. Wow. It's not very often I come across a colour I've not got anymore. So 954-S. We'll get ourselves a baggie, and I do use all the same size baggies in my spares. I find it makes it a lot easier and tidier. I know that sellers do tend to give bags with their paintings, but they don't tend to be as nice quality, and they can also be lots of different sizes, and it only cost me £3 something, I think, for 1,000 of the baggies that I use. £3 or £4, it wasn't a lot, and I find it just makes them sit a lot nicer, so I find that it's worth it. Okay, so that is the second box done. How much quicker was that? So last but not least is my box of 3000s. So this is anything 3000 and above. So first one's first is 3031, and we have a bag. We just need the paper. And looking at the residue on these, I have actually used these ones before, so maybe it is just the plastic that's making them more awkward, because there is like remaining residue on the tops of these, but I'll find something that gets rid of sticky stuff. I think WD-40 does it as well. I'll have to have a research. Okay, so we've got 3363 is next, and I've got a bag for squares. Get those popped in, and I've got quite a bit more room now. I have spread into 3 storage boxes, so that makes it a little bit easier as well. Okay, 3687. There's not many that start 36, but I actually don't have this one. So 3687-S. I don't have it in round or square. So we'll pop that in there, and I will actually tip this one into a tray. I'm not in the mood for making a mess. Though I've already made a mess with my rubbish, but I'm not in the mood for making more of a mess. And at the moment, these stickers are just ones that have come with kits or storage containers. That's what I'm using. But I do have some others that are 2 centimetres by 1 centimetre, and I tend to find that fits on most storage pots. Okay, so now we've got a few in the 3/8 range, so these are the first ones. So 3803. Just get these to shuffle up. So I actually only have those in rounds. So 3803-S. creating quite a few storage bags today. Maybe it is a good job that I decided to cut the paper. And this will be good when it comes to me getting to the 3/8,000s on my DMC chart as well, because I'll actually have some square ones to fill that gap in, which is another project I need to get on with. Maybe if I don't get another one kitted up today, maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll do some more of that chart. Okay, I was trying to knock the diamond loose, but it didn't want to have it. So we'll do it the awkward way. So 3804 is done. I need to find a diamond painting with 3756 in it because I've got gazillions. 3805. That's a nice pink. Nice pink. There we go. Okay, what's next? We've got 3811 and 3812. So 3811. I've got it here in squares. Oh, I thought we were on the last of the little pots then. I was going to give a little cheer that I didn't have to fight with the stickers anymore. Though that one wasn't too bad. But no, I've got another one. And it's probably going to be the last number that I do, just because it can. Okay, so 3811 and then 3812. So this is one that I mustn't have been in for a while. So I've got a baggie that's got no paper, but then in turn I've also got some packets, and I have been getting rid of packets as I go along. So there's sort of a few things that I've sort of adapted and changed, but rather than having to redo everything, you know, I don't want to have to go through my whole spare storage again just to take anything out that's in a baggie, or to take out any that are separated because either the shading was different or because it was from Evermoment or any of that. There's no point in, I could sit there for hours doing it, and I'm sure I've got other things to do. It was nice setting up the storage and the time that took, but reorganising it when I've changed the way I do things, not as exciting. So I just do it when I am dekitting now, and eventually they'll have all caught up and they'll all be the same. It just means it takes an extra minute or so when I am dekitting a certain one, like this one. And I still end up making a mess. There we go. So they're now all in one bag, and I've got a spare bag which will go back into my storage. Okay, so next 3828. So 3828. Just make sure they sit right. So I've got this in both squares and rounds. And then we do have a rogue crystal diamond floating about in this pot. So I'm going to get rid of that so that when it goes back it's nice and empty, ready for whatever my next project may be in that storage. 3829. I've got it in both, but I obviously haven't put any card in the rounds. So we'll do that. And then, oh, nearly there, people. And of course, the awkward sticky containers is the one that's left. Don't you be a pain now. And that is for 3866, which is top of the shop, of which, oh, I've already got a bag. And there we go. That is the epic marathon. That was putting away my square diamonds. Say, I do complicate matters in the fact that I do use spares for another project. It does take a lot longer to put them away. If you are not doing another project, or you're, you know, maybe you're interested in the de-kitting but don't want the extra complication, then keep an eye out on my channel. Hit the subscribe so that you don't miss it, because there will be a de-kitting coming up of both my rounds. So I have a couple of projects to put away with round diamonds which only use my spare storage. There's no extra bits. And then I've also got one putting away special shape diamonds, because I do those a little bit differently as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.